In the darkest night, we find our light. Battered souls, but we won't lose sight. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, we stand tall. United forever. Strength and courage will overcome. Surviving together, victorious, and never, never alone. Hand in hand, we'll face the unknown.
We see you, we hear you, and we believe you. Hey, everyone, how you doing today? It's Saturday, the end of the week, the end of the work week for most people. And you know what? I have heard from so many of you that you've had a hard week. So today at Surviving Together, we are going to let some steam go. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some laughter. Hopefully, you guys will find some of the stuff that I've pulled out funny, amusing, weird, strange. I got a mix of it all, okay? I'm trying to get better on an actual regular intro myself of the channel after our wonderful musical intro. So if you don't know, you landed here at Surviving Together. Welcome to our SAS community here. We are a safe space for sexual assault survivors and other trauma survivors to discuss either their personal stories or to listen to some topics related to trauma. So let's take a roll call and see who's all here. Shannon, you need a vacation too? And Crystal. Mark, welcome. So glad you joined us. Okay, so I actually have something else for you guys that I'm going to go through real quickly, because I think what I'm going to do also is I'm going to go through it on Wednesday again. And I might do it towards the end of the show then, so I'll catch some different people. I have my fan on because my AC is still broken here. So if that gets noisy for you guys, let me know, okay? I'm trying to keep it to where it's not going to interfere, but let me know if it's too noisy, okay? So first off, I'll say, how is everybody doing? But I've heard from most of you. And I know it's been rough for a lot of you. For anyone who's had a great week, congrats. You're in the minority, but yay. I myself have had a rather tough one. You can only hear a little? Okay, I will turn it off. All right, that's better. Can you guys hear now? As you can see, I'm in like the littlest clothes possible. Whew, noise. I know we're waiting to have somebody out to get it fixed, and we had the fan going, like, you know, just fan throughout the house. But our Alexa unit has gone blank now, and so something's up with the furnace, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I did what I could when they said the screen is black, try this. And I'm like, okay, I tried that and I tried that. And now you're asking me stuff about the furnace. I'm like, I'm out. I'm out. Let's get somebody else. I don't know why my eyes look so red on here. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, Shannon. I turned it off to so everyone can hear. It'll probably get a little noisy later on if I have to turn it on. I may do that during part of the show where all I have to do is show you guys some memes and you can look and read for yourself. I wanted to address something real quick, and I have not put any of this down in the description yet, but I will. I was pretty busy with getting everything wrapped up today. It's been a real busy day. And so I will make sure to get everything in the description. Unless anybody asks me, I'm not gonna put the links to the memes and stuff. I have them if anyone's interested, because these are sites that have funny or weird or bizarre things or strange, on them. And so there's tons of other stuff to read or look at or whatnot. So if you want them, I will put them down there. Shannon, how are you? Are you still feeling a little funky? I know on Wednesday you said you had your first ketamine treatment and you're still processing it. What do you mean by that? Like, do you feel weird? I'm really curious to see how you're doing on that. A day around water would be wonderful, Crystal, wouldn't it? It's actually sad that I have a pool here at our condo complex, but I never end up at it. To be honest, it's because I've gained a little weight from last summer and my bathing suits don't quite fit. I mean, they fit, but they're a little tight. So some of the rolls kind of roll over instead of being contained. And I don't like that. I know I should be okay with my body and how it looks and blah, 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 blah. But I'm a product of the 80s, guys. Kicking that, how you should look out of my brain is just really difficult. Okay, we got to switch glasses. It's hard to see. Still undecided about another treatment. That's okay. I mean, take your time. Did the doctor say you had to have another one within a certain amount of time for it to be effective? Otherwise it's like you're starting all over again or something. Because I'm wondering, do some people, are they okay with like 2 treatments or? Okay, you're just not sure if you've made progress or not. Yeah. Did they say most people do close together? Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about it. If it was me personally, I'd probably be like, I'm going to do at least 2, maybe 3, and kind of then see, like you're doing in between, take some time and take a little, make sure you're not weird for too long or whatever, feeling funky or anything. But just from the little I know, it's like 2, 3, then I'd probably make my decision. So some maybe 1, 2, 3, or 10. Yeah, it can be. I know I can get another bathing suit mock. The really sad thing is like I ordered 3 more, and I ordered them in a size larger than I did last year, but I think their sizing changed because these are not mediums. I'm sorry. These are not mediums. I mean, I still wear like a 6-ish short US. My dress suit is a 4, but then there's another pair of pants that are 8s and they fit great. So sizing is so different. So I ordered these because I hate going out to the stores and trying on bathing suits. It's I just thought since I ordered the small last year, I'd order the medium this year and then everything would be fine. But yeah, no, I know. And I should have just returned them and gotten another larger size. But I know medium should be fine, right, Shannon? You would think, but it just, I don't know. They just feel tight. And I mean, I'm like a 36 around for, the bra size. So I thought medium would still be fine. I mean, it was a 34. I just got this layer of fat that's all over. So I guess maybe I've got a bigger layer of fat than. You're in Ireland. Oh my gosh, Deidre. Yay. Oh, we're so happy. We're so happy for you. Yes, definitely. Hopefully, maybe we'll see you on Wednesday, okay? And if you get a chance, just go ahead and watch this on replay. This is going to be all about just having fun. Laughter is the best medicine. A lot of us have had a tough week. You've definitely had an uproot being going from South Africa all the way to Ireland and uprooting your entire life. So watch on replay if you need to, and if you need some laughs. I'm also, and Deidre, I don't know what you do for a living or if you work or if you want to work. What I'm going to go over real quick right now is a few work at home jobs. And I will mention the sites that you can find them on. And I'm going to do this again on Wednesday, I think, because I know that there's certain people who aren't available today who are either working or on vacation or, somewhere and they can't be here. And I think it might, help a bunch of you who I know are either want to work, don't feel you can work. Maybe, you're just kind of in some dire situations financially, or these could be, side gigs. Some of these things don't take that much to do, and I really just started kind of getting into this, this latter part of this week. So I haven't done anything myself. I've got some ideas on which ones I might try. So I'll talk to you about that. But so one of the ways, and Shannon, I don't know if this might work for you with your flying and whatnot, but hotels, reviewing hotels. I guess, and you have to go to the individual hotel websites, but they will actually pay for your room, pay for you to stay there. And then you need to write a detailed review on, customer service, check-in, cleaning, wait staff if you happen to go to the restaurant, how the room was, just, kind of everything. But I thought, well, gosh, if you wanted to travel, because they do it all over the world. And I mean, they're not going to pay for your airfare to get there, but they'll pay for the hotel once you're there. And I don't know how many days they would pay for, but I thought that's kind of interesting. So, that might be something to look into for you since you fly, Another thing is affiliate marketing. And I know a lot of people maybe have heard of this in regards to websites, and you'll put other marketing things on your website, and somebody can click through it to get to something, and then you'll get a commission if they pay you. Well, there's other affiliate marketing that, and I don't have the website for this one, but basically where you will, if you're referring a product to a friend asks you, where'd you get that necklace? And you're like, oh, I got it through blah, 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 or ordered it at this site, or got it at that store. You can then link your stuff, give them a link or a website to go to or a discount code or something for that particular place. And then you get a commission if they buy something there. So that's kind of something different, So if you're one who is always talking about the things that you buy and with other people, that might be something that would interest you. So both Crystal and Shannon have worked in hotels. Yeah, might be something good for either one of you to check out. Have to let us know what you find out. Like I said, I didn't do any more searching beyond that. There is a few YouTubers who I found credible content. You always have to be careful, obviously, in terms of making sure that the site that you're going to is real and that nothing's a scam. TrustPoint is a website that generally rates companies, and there'll be reviews and things too, and you can see the lower stars that they get in the comments. People like, don't bother, this is a scam, whatever. So it's a real good resource to use. Another one, which I know would work for several of you, Janet, who is busy today, but she'll probably watch on replay, and Jen Marie, both have taken wonderful photographs that I have seen. And there are many sites where you can sell your photos. And there are several where even though you're selling your photo to them, you still own the rights to the photo. They do not. But each time it's sold, you'll get a commission. Getty Images is very common. It's huge. A lot of people have probably heard of them. They will actually buy your photo, pay you for the photo, and then you also get a commission every time somebody downloads that photo or wants to use that photo, whatever their cost, I don't know, whatever their commission percentage is of it. But they can, some of these photographs, they can go for $100, $200, $300, you never know. So you could upload a ton of them. They may or may not accept them. If they don't, they don't. But if they do, hallelujah, right? If it's something you can do in your spare time. There's also iStock Photos, which does not only photos, but they also take videos. So if you have a video of, I don't know, you're in a really beautiful place, in a beautiful field or something, and you just kind of pan around it, what you're at, or you're on vacation somewhere and you're at a famous historical site, and you take a video of a little bit of a walkthrough of that place. Things like that might be of interest to them to buy. So a couple of different places that you can sell photos on. Anybody out there watch Netflix? Anybody out there binge Netflix? Well, apparently it is, you're in St. Louis today? Woohoo! And you put 3 videos up on your channel. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Well, would you like to make some money binge watching Netflix? All you have to do is go to jobs@netflix.com, and there are shows that they want feedback on. It's called being an editorial analyst. So basically you get paid to watch Netflix. If you do it anyway, why not get paid for it, right? Sounds like an interesting thing to me. There's also taking surveys, which, this has been around for a real long time. There's a lot of places out there, a lot of survey sites that say they pay you for their surveys. You need to be careful about that. I would definitely, I'll give you a couple, but there's so many out there that you can also just go on and say, best paid survey sites. And a couple of Google searches that way should be able to give you, several more. SurveyJunkie.com is one, as well as VitalResearch.com. So those are two that are fairly well trusted. Another thing is watching videos, just like those 30-second or 60-second ads that come up between videos that you're watching, whether it's on YouTube or, between games or whatever it is. So it's something you can do on your computer or your phone. And you watch the video, and you can't just put it on play and go and have it, just run. You get paid per video that you watch, and you do have to push play for each video. So that's their way of, making sure that you're actually watching each video. But it's something that you can do multitasking. If you have kids, it's something you could probably have them do. Hey, push play whenever this comes up, whenever the big green button comes up. Inboxdollars.com is one. Paidwork.com is another. mypoints.com and cashkick.com. Those are all places you can go to sign up to watch videos. And you get paid anywhere from, 50 cents to a few dollars, depending on, your videos. I think they average out at maybe like $1 per video or something, which, it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but the woman who was putting this up, did the math. And basically, if you were doing this 8 hours a day for, I think she did 22 days in a week, not counting, she didn't count the weekends type of thing, you could make like a couple $100 doing it. So it's not anything you're going to get rich. It's not anything that's going to pay the bills, but it's something that could pay one bill. I mean, if you're sitting at the doctor's office, instead of just, playing a game on your phone, just watch a few ads, and get paid a few dollars. And anytime you got a little spare time, So just another option out there. I know a bunch of you are at home and renting your car to somebody. Kind of like renting a room, like an Airbnb for your car, where they could have it for the day or have it overnight. It depends. There's sites that organize this all, and they pay for the insurance. So if anything was to happen to your car, it is covered. I certainly wouldn't want someone just to trash my car or take it away, but they do cover that for you. So if there is any damages, it's going to be paid for. You won't have to do it. There's a couple of different sites. Getaround.com is one, and Turo.com, and it's Turo.com. Hey, Kim. Yeah, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to link the videos. There's about 3 or 4 videos that I pulled these from. In the description of those videos is the person's Patreon account. And if you click on her Patreon account, it will take you to her account, to the stuff that the public can view. And she's got everything listed that she went through in that particular video. And there's some things that I'm not mentioning just because I know that roughly it's not something most of you would be interested in. So there's some other things you would see in these videos. But if I have a chance, I'll try and type it up separately and put it on. But at least you'll have that, which I'm going to do right after this, is at least link those YouTube sites, YouTube videos with this. Rover.com is a place that you can go, and this is if you want to do dog walking or dog sitting, pet sitting. People who go on vacation and just want somebody to stay at their home and somebody to stay with their dog. Rover is kind of like a database that you would go into and, type your city and what you want to do, and it will bring up any jobs that are in that area. So I'm sure that there are other sites that specialize with just dog walking or dog sitting, and there's probably more sites out there as well. But this is one that I just had mentioned. Market reviews. This is something I have actually done myself. It's to do either product reviews, product testing, or sometimes they just want you to go to the store, take pictures of where their product is on the shelf, maybe scan some labels, things of that nature. It just kind of depends on what the company's interested in. I've done the product testing myself, and most of it takes like half hour to 45 minutes if you're doing it at their site, and you get paid anywhere between 20 and 40 bucks for the work. I mean, not bad for, less than an hour's worth of work. There are some that pay a little bit more, and usually those are the products you take home with you and you test them at home. I've done tissue for your nose. I've done product testing with one of those companies before. Hey, Seventh, how you doing? We're talking about work at home jobs right now, and then we're going to get into some laughing. So producttesting.com is one, and Nielsen Mobile app. I don't know if they have a website, but they do have an app. I actually go through matrixscience.com. Used to be under a different name, but that's what they've switched to. And, it's catch as catch can. For me, I'm in a smaller city, so it's kind of whenever they, need somebody. I've been getting them quite often as of late. I'd say the beginning of the first 6 months of the year, I really didn't see much. July, I've seen quite a few, at least probably half a dozen. And they do have it for kids too. So you can sign your child up, because they'll have a lot of times taste testing products for the kids, and they want the under 18s. So, and sometimes they'll be looking at just a certain age range. So you'll have to see if you qualify. There'll be a short questionnaire because they're looking for a certain demographic, or they're looking for a cross section, and they've already had a lot of people in your age range sign up, so they don't need it anymore. So that's why you don't qualify for it. So there's different reasons you could not qualify for it. Respondent.com is another one, and that's a pretty big one, and a lot of people have made some pretty decent money using that one. So I have not seen that one myself, but I do know it's a popular one out there. Shopping, if any of you guys have ever used like Ibotta or Rakuten, they're apps that you go on and you do your shopping through them. Sometimes they'll give you an extra percentage off. They'll say you get 7% back, basically. And so you have to go through, let's say, Kohl's. So you sign into Rakuten, and then you go to Kohl's website through Rakuten. That's the only way you're going to get their discount. And then whatever you purchase, they're going to give you a percentage towards your account. And when you get to $10 or $20 or whatever their limit is, you can withdraw it either straight to your bank account or to PayPal or to like gift cards, things of that nature. Ibotta, you can do groceries. So if you actually put in your groceries, you can scan your grocery list and you'll get money back that way for groceries. There's all kinds of things. Upside is an app that you can use for money back on gas. I will say this, be careful with it though, because this is what I've noticed sometimes. Yes, they have a lot of places across the country. My personal, they don't have a lot around me. And And the prices that I've seen, be careful if you go to it, check the prices that are listed there, because sometimes what they'll say is, hey, 5 cents off a gallon or something, or 10 cents off a gallon. But the price that's listed on their app is actually inflated. And people are supposed to be able to enter the current price and that and keep it updated that way, but it's not always accurate. So sometimes it's just easier for you to, or cheaper for you just to buy it at the gas station and not buy it with the Upside app. So you haven't slept? Oh no. Well, you can get paid for sleeping. So when you do sleep, I'm serious, guys. I'm actually truly serious about this. Where's my paid for sleeping? Yeah, sleep trials. So the person that I was listening to, she was just basically saying Indeed.com, which is just, a job placement search. Everything is, they have everything, any different types of jobs. So just put in sleep trials and they pay you to sleep. Now, obviously, they may need people with either certain conditions or people who sleep perfectly fine, or so there may be different reasons why you may or may not qualify for different things. But hey, another yeah, you better sleep. You sign up for it and say you're going to sleep, you better sleep that night, right? For the shopping, there's fetchrewards.com is one, in addition to Rakuten and Ibotta, and swagbucks.com. And you can actually do surveys on Swagbucks too. They have multiple ways of making money. And some of these are going to be like 25 cents, 50 cents, whatever, but they're short little things, like a 5-minute survey. I mean, you do it for an hour, that stuff adds up, Maybe it's going to pay for your Starbucks habit or something. Something's better than nothing. Selling hair, that was another one. I actually have kind of thought about it. There's different sites out there. Hair Sell On, that's SELLON. So Hair Sell On, not hair salon. That is one place that will buy your hair, and they actually, have it categorized and different lengths. Of course, different prices are going to be associated with those, and you can look on there and figure out, what color your hair is, and the grading and all that kind of stuff is going to be different. You did a sleep study and you got glue in your hair? DeAudrey, I don't want to ask what was going on in your dreams with that one. Oh, my Lord. Donating plasma, that's been around obviously forever. It is a quick way to make a buck. I will tell you, at least around here, you're going to have to fight the homeless people for spots. So if you don't have an appointment, and I don't know if some places take appointments or not, ours don't. It's kind of first come, first serve who's there. So you need to get there pretty darn early in the morning and, wait outside, basically to wait in line, because people, this is one of the few ways that some people who, are homeless, that it's an easy way that they can make a living. At least, make some decent money. There is, if you have fairly good typing skills, there's transcription jobs out there, whether it's from audio or video. There are also transcription ones if you guys have, any foreign languages that you're in. But gottranscript.com is one of them. And they pay like $1 per minute-ish. I mean, that's on the low end for some of this. But if you say it's a video and say it's a movie and you have to watch the movie and you're transcribing it, for the closed caption. and it's a 90-minute movie. Well, you've just made $90 for however long it took you to get through transcribing that 90-minute movie. So it's, again, it's not going to, or it may not substitute for an income and be a stay-at-home, but it could be something you do for a little bit, and just do as a side thing. Oh, seventh, that's great. Your daughter donated 8 inches of hair. I know in a lot of places, a lot of sites, or even donations, they do have a minimum length that it has to be. And I've seen 5 inches, but I know it goes up from there. And the longer locks, it seems that they did do it for the cancer patients. Now they need so much because of everybody wanting hair extensions. So they use real hair, obviously, for this is the best, because then it, try and get something that blends in with your hair. I haven't decided whether I go short and I just cut it all off and sell it or donate it. I still haven't decided if I'm cutting it. If I'm cutting it, I'll do one of the two. I just don't know if I'm cutting it yet. Let's see, what else? Flexjobs.com is another resource that you can go for different types of work from home. I mean, this is going to have, pretty much run the gamut from stuff that doesn't really take much experience to, product managers and IT people and, specialized skills, but that you can work from home. So it's just a resource to go through, and you can look for jobs that are in your area, or, look by job title, that sort of thing. And for the fun stuff, you can sell your used socks. Yes, this is a thing. I came across this actually about a year ago, and let's see, what was the site that do for this? X Model, the letter X, model.com. There is another site, and I can't remember the full name, but it's used things, like women's used things or something like that. And you can sell your used socks, Deidre. People will buy them. People with foot fetishes, people who, oh, gosh darn it, I did it again, didn't I? I'm not even getting you guys back now. Woo, there we go. Hello. I moved my computer. I should know better by now, you would think. Well, if selling your socks is weird, then this next one's really going to get you. You can sell your used underwear, men and women, believe it or not. I don't know, Shannon. You'd have to go on the site and see. I don't know if they want the pair, so they can have the pair, or, maybe just a single sock, and I don't know. You'd have to check that out. Now, I do know men's worn used things. I'm pretty sure that's the full site. That's about pretty much anything you can think of that you wear. Your socks, your underwear, men's underwear. Yes, dirty socks. We're talking about worn socks. And usually the stinkier, the better. Hey, you can find some cheap socks somewhere. There really is something for everybody, Deidre. I don't have a problem selling my socks. Somebody wants my used socks, I don't care. I mean, I'll go up and find out. Yeah, dirty underwear, dirty undies, men and women's. X Model, or no. I'm not sure if X Model does underwear or not, but pantydeal.com is one that's a panty selling site. And the women's worn things and the men's used worn things. It's something like that. If you type in those words, you'll get it. It'll come up. I can tell you this from my foray into looking into selling used underwear, because I was just fascinated by this. I'm like, wow. And I can tell you that too, the dirtier the better. I know. Some of these sites, you actually have to create your own profile and you'll post your own things. And I don't know if you set your own prices then and you figure out, shipping and all of that. But they can sell anywhere from $10 to $30 a pair, which to me sounds like quite a lot. But then I have to also remember, for a decent pair of undies, what do I have to pay? Because you've got to get your cost in there. And then what's the shipping? So, this I would definitely be going with the cheaper underwear that I could find that still look nice, that are still decent quality. Some that are they advertise as the Victoria's Secrets thong worn 3 days. I won't get into any more descriptors than that, but you can imagine what else they can say. And they're quite popular. So similarly, men's underwear, men's jock straps. If you want to wear one of those around for a while, sell that. There really is something for everybody. Yeah, when you've used it and it's, you're going to throw it out. I guess if it's still in decent enough shape to be sold. Mark, it is so funny that you say that. My brother had a call where they found someone that put the used underwear into plastic bags to keep them fresh, to give a better sniffing experience. My friend and I were joking around and we were talking about this, and we said, you know what? Instead of plastic bags, we could put them in like small mason jars, right? And you could even like tie a bow on it, or, have it decorated with your name on top or something, or in a small baggie in a mason jar, right? See, DeAudrey? Exactly. Men's worn used things. Type in those words and you'll find the site. And you can sell them. Feet. They've become very big, haven't they? You can start an OnlyFans page, or you can sell pictures of your feet. Funwithfeet.com is one site where you just upload pictures of your feet, whether it's just your bare feet, it's your feet in heels, your feet in hose, your feet in birthday cake, you name it. If your feet are doing something, there is actually, I will show you, there's a headline that I found hilarious, and it goes with this Fun with Feet category, and we'll see. Yeah, Seventh, I wasn't going to get into any of that. There's on the men's side and there's on the women's side. So, hey, Janet. I've just gotten done going over the work from home jobs. It took me 45 minutes. You don't want anyone looking at your feet, Crystal? That's fine. Hey, none of this is for everybody, right? Some of you may not have good typing skills. Transcription's kind of out of your range, Hey, Sandy, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, Sandy. Exactly. People are making lucrative buck selling their used underwear, especially women. Um, I'm not above it. If somebody wants my undies, I really don't care. I have some people are like, oh no, I can't do that. I'm like, saves me washing. I just sell them instead of doing laundry, and I always have new pairs. That sounds like a win-win for everyone. Um, one last thing. Oh, testing video games. On average, about $14 an hour through different places that you can go. There's tons of places, tons of sites that you can do. The video where this lady talks about it on her Patreon, she's got like 20 different ones listed that she's checked out and verified that are, legit sites. So it, it's going to run the gamut of different types of video games. But if you want to, if you love playing video games, why not just play theirs and get paid for it in the meantime? Um, $14 an hour to do something you do already. And last but not least, and I mention this not because I think you can do it, because this job is only for a very small percentage of people, like 1% of the population, who are in excellent health, excellent shape, excellent everything, pretty much. And that is selling your waste. Yes, I'm talking about number 2. It's legit, but it's only a very small percentage of people who actually can qualify, because they have to have the healthiest gut biomes there is, right? And be extremely regular and eat really well, and all of these things. And there's this huge screening process and an interview process that they go through. I only mention it because I think that it is a nice segue into Let's Laugh, because capsules, or what one site calls their crapsules, is one way that you can order. You can be the recipient of. And yes, I'm talking literally feces inside a capsule that you swallow. I suppose if you were down to nothing else works, I got nothing else to lose, I got this disease, Crohn's system irritabilis, or whatever. There are a lot of people who have sworn that it's fixed their issue. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. That was just that, Janet. Now I'm actually going to get into the posting of things. Let's see if, oh, shoot. Oh, darn it all. I don't know if I can do this. Well, let's see. Ah, yes, I can. Okay. All right, guys. We are going to get into some funny, weird, oh my God, laugh out loud stuff. We'll see how much we get through. I may save some of it for Wednesday. First off, some memes. Okay. I can't make this any bigger, I don't think. Hang on one second. Let me change this view. Nope. Wrong direction. There we go. Okay, so I liked this one. You're not polyamorous. You just need two people who love you at the same time, like your parents didn't. That one got me. It's not letting me just go on to the next page. Okay, here we go. All right, this is, I don't know if I'm going to have to scroll through this thing. It says Americans will do anything not to use the metric system. This is comparing the height Simone Biles gets to how many corgis it is. 8.4 corgis, 12 feet. I don't know, that just made me giggle. Okay, let's see. I don't judge, but this was true. It made me laugh. If you think I'm mean for this, okay, I'm sorry. I just did get a little giggle from this. It says this dude looks like someone plucked all the feathers off of a giant bird. I gotta admit they're right. And I really hope that's his daughter. All right, moving on. If you feel useless today, just remember somebody is working as a lifeguard at the Olympics. Now I know that they're like somebody knocks themselves out, like Greg Louganis did that one time. You guys might not know him, but he was a diver and he hit his head on the diving board. He got too close doing his jumping off of it, and he hit his head on the diving board as he was coming down, and knocked him straight out. So obviously, looks like Mickey Rourke does now, right? Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, they're there for a reason, but he could not look more thrilled. All right, I did not put the headline with this because I want you guys to guess in the comments, what is this? Let's get some comments before I actually tell you what this is a picture of. Anybody got a guess? Oh, Deaudrey, I'm so glad you're getting the weather you wanted. That is so nice that you. Yeah, seventh. I don't know if she's arm candy or his daughter, or a niece. I'm hoping it's family related. I'm just hoping. Shannon Smith, ding, ding, ding for you. It does look like seasoned hamburgers, but they are cookies. They're strawberry snickerdoodles. See, seventh, I know, beef patties is what I thought too. They are strawberry snickerdoodles. How about that? So yes, congrats to you people who guessed cookie. Okay, so these I'm going to actually be narrating a little bit because I didn't want you guys to have to actually read through everything. But upcoming are a few that I picked out that gave me a giggle at least. Needlessly overcomplicated crimes. People put way too much thought into this, and way too much time on their hands as well. So, gang builds massive tunnel to break into a Blockbuster store. This was in 2012, guys, so it was a while ago. This was in Manchester, England. And here is the tunnel. They wanted to break in because the Blockbuster, well, it had not been open since 2002, so it had been standing frozen in time for 10 years. They thought breaking in and just trying to take the money out of the ATM machine, I guess, was too simple. So they wanted Italian job style to have a tunnel that they dug underneath the store to then be able to take the entire ATM. Well, they were foiled. Some workmen discovered the trap door, the opening, in a field somewhere, wherever they started from. And the police filled it in with cement. Oh, darn. But not to be deterred, because they did not find the people who dug the tunnel. 4 years later, so circa 2016, they dug another tunnel. And they actually came into contact with some of the cement that the police had in their original tunnel. They dug through that, and by golly, they got their ATM machine. Just under 10,000 US dollars they took. I really have no words. I mean, the effort that it took to do the tunnel in the first place. Do you think that they put more than $10,000 worth of equipment, time, effort into it? I mean, wow. It's a lot of work for 10K. Exactly, Deaudrey. All right. Here's one that, okay, not to say, take it at face value. And yes, there are many reasons why people need money, right? And even people who are very successful, they can be having a gambling habit or, a drug habit or something where their money is going away and they actually need to make more money than they're bringing in from their job. Well, we don't know why this gentleman needed to make money. He was a software executive, VP, mind you, and he came up with this scam to buy Lego kits at various Targets for pennies on the dollar. Yeah, I know. I was surprised too that they just left an ATM machine with whatever bank the ATM machine was from. They just left it in there for 10, 14 years. I mean, kind of odd to me. Generally, they take everything out of the stores when they're no longer, but I don't know. I have to ask somebody in England what's up with leaving their Blockbusters just kind of off. And Janet, yes, she has moved. She is in jolly old England. So he printed his own labels, scanning labels. He's a software executive, mind you. And he would go in, he would slap these on the, over the UCP scan. He would slap his over and go through like the self-checkout or whatever. And he'd, pay 5 cents on a dollar or something for these Lego kits. And some of these Lego kits, they can get very expensive, even once they sell in Target. And we're talking $50, $100, $200, right? He actually he was selling them on eBay, it turns out. And he had been selling them for well over a year. So he had been doing this scam for quite a long time. And like you said, he was a software executive. He lived in a $2 million home. But when the police went to his home, they found literally thousands and thousands of Lego kits that he had there that were, for sale on eBay. Yes, Sandy, some of them can get really expensive, but I think they only sell those either online or at the Lego stores. I don't know of any that are like over a couple $100, I think, that are sold at like Target. I could be wrong about that, and it could differ in different countries. But yeah, this was the US. This next one, it just goes to show you IQ does not mean you're smart. I can only shake my head at this. He obviously has never watched any show, any crime show, especially not anything Simon Whistler's done, because, you know, he's got his rules for dumb criminals, and he broke number one, the number one rule. He broke it. He decided he was having a really nasty battle with his adult children. It was a legal dispute over something. And so he decided to frame one of his sons for financial crimes. So he did all this financial whatever to set his son up for financial crimes, money laundering. He shot himself in the stomach twice, actually shot himself. When the police came, he blamed it on Russian hitmen that his son had hired to kill him. Apparently, oh, and his wife. This guy, an MIT level genius, several books, lectures around the world. He rearranged his security cameras so they didn't record him staging the break-in at his home, getting into his minivan, shooting his rifle off. But he forgot the most important thing, which is never write down your crimes. Yes, people, he had a to-do list in his pocket. Yeah. Just goes to show you. Now, this I think might be the most overcomplicating of a situation that I have ever heard. So this man decided he needed money, or he deserved money, so he was going to blackmail Nestle. He successfully put out lots of poisoned Nestle products in 20 different cities across Germany. Mark, this is from you. Do you remember this? Let's see if he knows this. So he successfully set them all out, all the poisoned products. In the time he was doing this, he also had to have a way to blackmail them, right? He decided carrier pigeon was the way to go. So he trained his own pigeons, did not buy carrier pigeons that were already trained. He trained his own pigeons. I have no idea how long this took. He sent them out to Nestle. I don't know if he sent them to various Nestles or just to Nestle's headquarters in Germany somewhere, with notes attached to them that basically said, you need to pay me millions and millions of dollars in diamonds, and I will tell you where all the poison products are. And he had little pouches attached to the carrier pigeons so that Nestle could put the diamonds in, you know, tie them back up or whatever, and send the birds back home. That's right, back home. They're carrier pigeons. They go back to where they came from. I guess he didn't really think that part through too much. The police just put a homing beacon on the pigeons and got in a helicopter and followed them all the way to where the guy was hiding out. Definitely one of my head shakers. Yep. Nope. Didn't think that through very much. Yeah, Shannon, if he hadn't already been convicted of them. Now, this is some weird or just head slapping news. This first one was just, oh my gosh, this kid had a guardian angel because nobody knows how this French boy survived. He fell off the 16th floor of his apartment building, which is 43 meters, which times that by three is what? Nine. Oh, wow. Well over 200 feet. He had only minor injuries, not a broken bone on him, just a few scratches. Now, I know our younger people are more pliable and bendy, and their bones aren't, real set. They're fairly flexible and stuff. But my gosh, was this kid made out of jello? I mean, somebody was looking after him for sure. DeAudrey, you have to learn how to pump your own gas and bag your own groceries. Well, some places do bag groceries. I don't know if they don't have anyone there, but yeah, pumping your own gas. That it won't take you long. It's not that difficult. Yeah, guardian angel for sure. Okay, I'm just gonna read this one to you. This is in China, guys. A restaurant chef laces dishes with anti-diarrheal drugs to mitigate the effects of expired ingredients. Yes, you read that right. Two chefs sentenced to prison for lacing thousands of dishes with anti-diarrheal drugs to ensure stale ingredients didn't upset people's stomachs. Well, at least they were thoughtful, right? I mean, I gotta imagine the owners were like, here are your ingredients, and they were either buying them expired or they had stuff on the shelves and they're like, you got to use it. And the chefs, in good conscience, couldn't just feed it to the guy. This is my, best case scenario in my brain. So they said, well, let's put some stuff in it so they don't get sick at least, I now this one just gave me a giggle. It says it says this gang of three elderly Japanese burglars had a combined age of 227 years. It says that they got together after they were released. So it tells me that they were already criminals. And I think probably in wherever they were housed, they got to know each other. And when they all got released, they got together and said, hey, let's just commit our burglaries together, right? You can be the lookout, I'll do the stealing, whatever. So they burglarized several homes. They were in their late 60s, 70s, and 80s, guys. Accused of breaking into two homes and suspected of 10 other burglaries. Yep, you got that right. So Kenichi Watanabe, 69. Hidema Matsuda, 70. And Hideo Umino, 88. I guess if you're, that's what they knew. Sticking with the old standbys. Wow. It just gave me a giggle. Just gave me a giggle. Okay, see, feet. I told you it would come back again. Foot model sells wine from grapes crushed with her bare feet for $130 a bottle. I will say she didn't just come up with this idea on her own. Uh, there was a wine company that got a look at her feet from them being smashed into various things, that various foods that she would take pictures of her feet and the food between her toes and everything. Um, how, why, I don't know. But they contacted her then and said, hey, would you want to stomp grapes for us? And you can take pictures of it. We'll make the wine and then we'll sell the wine. Okay. I'm hoping, it was done like that for many, 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 many years. And I just hope she was sanitary about it. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Now, this is, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, just what science cannot do, right? Bill Gates' backed startup makes butter out of thin air and water. Literally. Literally. Because they went to science and said, what are fats? Fats are just carbon dioxide and hydrogen put together in different ways. Well, we can do that. So they've made butter. And I think they've made some other products. And at least it's not on market yet, but at least from the taste testers and the information so far, it has the same, they're dairy-free alternatives. They have no greenhouse gases that have been used. So their carbon footprint is extremely low. And they have the texture and taste of the real thing. So this company is called Savor. And I guess we'll just have to wait and see if this stuff ends up coming to a market near you. So I imagine maybe it'll be out in California first. I don't know. But just that one was just kind of a jaw dropping. This is jaw dropping for, I can't believe you guys were that stupid. At least 5 fishermen found dead, and several others were in critical condition. 3 more were in critical condition after consuming the contents of bottles they found at sea. Yes, you read that right. They fished bottles at sea and decided to drink them. Now, I don't know if this was like seawater that got inside, notes in a bottle, or half-drunk bottles of wine. I have no idea. It did not actually specify, but these poor men from Sri Lanka, let that be a lesson to you, folks. Don't drink something that's floating on the water. Okay? We'll just assume that it's not edible. Oh, wow. Savers listed on Crunchbase. I'm gonna, the name kind of sounded familiar to me. And I think I maybe read this headline before, or that they were trying something like this. And I don't think this is the first time the headline has come out. But all right, these next 2, and I put 2 of them in there just so you guys see that both men and women can be petty. So here's the woman. Women poisons husband with herbicide because she wanted to be mean to him. She allegedly spiked her husband's Mountain Dew with Roundup because he was unappreciative of the birthday party she threw for him. I'm guessing he was just not as excited as she was about that birthday party. I'm assuming he lived because it says poisons, but I didn't read that he died in the article, so I think that he lived. I think he got really sick and had to go to the hospital, and that's how they figured it out. This next one, okay, men, you can be just as petty. This PGA golfer, pro golfer, Francis McGurk, burnt down his $1 million home just so his wife couldn't have it in the divorce. He was not claiming insurance money, so it's not insurance fraud. He just burnt it down so she couldn't have it. Now, if you set your house on fire intentionally just so she can't, I'm going to imagine that the court's probably going to give her half its worth, half of what it would have been worth had it not been burnt down. So the fact he got caught, that's just sucks for him. He doesn't have his house, and he's going to have to pay her half of what it's worth. So yes, men can be just as petty as women. Yeah, Mountain Dew is don't drink it on a regular basis. I used to go through Diet Mountain Dew like there was no tomorrow, though. Wow. My son used to do Mountain Dew, and this is in like middle school, and I limited it to him. And then he came home one day, and he was like, "Man, I'm not having Mountain Dew anymore. I just found out how bad it was for you." I'm like, it's not like I've tried to tell you that, but you hear it from your peers. It seems to mean a little more. It's not allowed in Europe, Mock? You're kidding. Not even the diet? Mountain Dew is banned in Europe. Well, it actually really doesn't surprise me, because how many things are allowed in the US that aren't allowed in other civilized countries? Okay, what else have we got here? No one died. Okay, I'll tell you that. She lives to tell the tale. Woman uses hand grenade as a hammer for 20 years and lives to tell the tale. Now, this isn't the hand grenades you and I think of. This lady was in China, and this is a picture of the hand grenade. She used it to crack nuts and to hammer other things. The handle is wood, the top is metal, and it has a dents in it and stuff, and it never exploded. She found it in a field one day and was like, I guess somebody lost their hammer. She's one lucky woman. That's all I got to say. One lucky woman. Yep, both regular and Diet Mountain Dew are horrible for you. That is 100% true. Okay, so this is a list of songs that just don't fly today because of their lyrics. They had a whole list. I just picked out ones that to me were the most, yeah. Today in our PC world, definitely wouldn't go. So first on this list is Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones, which is out in 1971. Part of the lyrics are Gold Coast slave ship bound for cotton fields, sold in the market down in New Orleans. Scarred old slaver knows he's doing right. Hear him whip the women just around midnight. Now, I will tell you, I have heard this song multiple times. I can't understand what the Rolling Stones are saying 90% of the time. So I didn't know what most of the lyrics were. I was shocked. But yes, it's about getting some brown sugar loving, some loving from the chocolate women. It was very popular sayings in the 70s. And this I do remember. Next on our list, Turning Japanese by the Vapors. Does anyone know, or can they guess, what this song referenced? Hint, it is not about going to Japan or being a Japanese person or an Asian. Sandy, I would imagine Europe is way safer for food. Just way safer with a lot of things. Any guesses? I'm going to start doing the countdown, closing it. Doesn't look like anybody's got some guesses. Turning Japanese, guys, is actually about, well, put up some hands first. Anybody hear the song Turning Japanese before? Well, Seventh has, I know by at least this comment, you're right, no sex, no wine, no women. So you got to do it yourself. Yes, people, Turning Japanese is about self-pleasure. Here's another one, Island Girl by Elton John. Island Girl, what you wantin' with the white man's world. Island Girl, black boy, want you in his island world. Yeah, not too acceptable these days. Now, Tonight's Night by Rod Stewart was on the list. I 100% agree. Hot Legs should also be on that list because it's pretty much about the same thing. A girl has come by his place and, oh my God, is it you again? I'm going to have to take some vitamin E because of all the loving you're doing with me. Are you still in school? Oh my gosh, you're still in school. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, definitely before he was out, before Elton John was out. So Hot Legs should also be on this list. I don't know when it was released. It was around the same time period, though. Tonight's the Night by Rod Stewart. Even I, the first time I heard this, was like, what? Okay, as a youngster in the 80s, even I think even kids go, huh? So don't say a word, my virgin child. Just let your inhibitions run wild. Yeah. And this I did not know. It gets even worse when apparently in the video, you see a very young woman who is led up to his bedroom. And she says in French, before she goes inside, I'm a little scared. What is my mother going to say? Yeah, I didn't know that part. Yeah, I mean, an argument can be made for Maggie May. She is older than him, so, and he does go about going back to school, but he is going back to college, though. So, you know. Okay, enough with the lyrics. I'm only doing short ones, Seventh, okay? We're not putting them. Okay, this, though, I did put up all the lyrics because if you have never heard this song or never heard of this song, my jaw fell to the floor because they only put one verse in their thing, and I went and I looked up the entire song. I was dumbfounded. I could not believe 1962. I honestly could not believe this song made it out and was a hit. He hit me and it felt like a kiss. Here are the lyrics. He hit me and it felt like a kiss. He hit me, but it didn't hurt me. He couldn't stand to hear me say that I'd been with somebody new, and when I told him I had been untrue. He hit me and it felt like a kiss. He hit me and I knew he loved me. If he didn't care for me, I could have never made him mad, but he hit me and I was glad. Yes, he hit me and it felt like a kiss. He hit me and I knew I loved him. And then he took me in his arms with all the tenderness there is, and when he kissed me, he made me his. I have no words. Domestic violence put into a song. Yeah, Deaudrey, Phil Spector. I didn't look past more than looking up the actual lyrics, the full lyrics to it. But wow, I didn't get a chance, but I wanted to call my parents because my mom would have been 12, my dad would have been 12 or 16 when this came out, and I want to know if either one of them remember it. Yeah, being abusive was made out to be romantic. He must love me. He cares about me so much. He hits me, so I'll do right. And what's the saddest thing to me is these lyrics are 100% on point. These are words I have heard out of domestic violence survivors' mouths. If he didn't love me, he wouldn't get mad. He just wouldn't care, right? So the fact that I made him mad, and yeah, he hit me, but that shows that he loves me. He cares about me. It's the most twisted logic. But the abusers themselves instill this in them to where they're believing it as well. I know, Janet, right? My jaw hit the floor, and that's why I had to put this whole thing in there, because I just was dumbfounded, absolutely dumbfounded. So that is it with the lyrics. I didn't do too many of them. Oh, we'll make through this in 2 hours. This is like a perfect amount. Yeah, Mark, you're right. Yep. Jealousy being a requisite for loving a woman. Yeah, if you didn't get jealous, if you didn't treat me bad, um, if he wasn't treating me this way, he would just walk away if he didn't care about me. The fact that he's giving me all this attention, even though it's bad attention, means that he cares about me. I guess when you're stuck in an era when if you call the police, all they're going to do is take the guy, because let's face it, most of the time it is guys, especially back then, who were getting, women were the ones calling police, not too many. I can't imagine any man calling the police saying my wife beat me back in the 50s and 60s. Just don't see it happening. Say 40s, 50s, 60s, really even into the 70s. But take the guy off, walk him around the block, get him calmed down, and let him back in the house. Or they might, if he's drunk too, they might take him down to the station, put him in the drunk tank for a few hours, let him sober up, and then they send him home. And sometimes the cops were the abusers. They were the husbands, the boyfriends. Who are you going to call then? Just really, really sad. So let's get some more laughs out, all right? And these were mental health memes. I pick and chose from a list of about 50 or 60. These are the ones that made me laugh the hardest. What if instead of stepping out of my comfort zone, I step into an even comfier zone? Perhaps take a nap in a large, fluffy dinner roll. I was thinking like a large, fluffy marshmallow is what came to mind when they said food, but that's just always my go-to. You're so resilient. Thanks. My options were that or dead, which I mean, sad but true. But you got to laugh at it, right? These are mental health memes, guys. So laugh along with it. Throwing pebbles is, I love this one. Throwing pebbles at my therapist's window at 3 a.m. What did you mean when you said I lack boundaries? Oh, that made me laugh. Why is this not going anywhere? No more being the bigger person. I'm going to start biting people. We all get to the point where we've taken the high road so many times, right? It's just you just want to take that low road. It's just like why do I always have to be the good one? Oh, okay. I really laughed at this one. I know we aren't supposed to self-diagnose, but I googled all of my symptoms and I'm fairly sure I'm a raccoon. Oh my gosh. Oh, silly. Just absolutely silly, right? It just made me laugh. I've got other things like about pets and things that I did not put up, but that I found. So we're going to do these once in a while, maybe once a month or something. We talk about such heavy subjects, and so many of us have such difficult things going on in our lives, and even if it isn't our full life, it can be just that one thing, and laughter really is the best medicine. You can't laugh and be mad at the same time. You can't laugh and be depressed at the same time. So even if it's only for those few minutes that you're laughing during those few minutes that you could ignore what was going on around you. You could ignore whatever symptoms you have, right? Talking about symptoms? Well, slap my ass and call me 1929 because I'm in a Great Depression. I could have used that from time to time. Can I get an ETA on this too shall pass? I can tell you, I have thought that on many, many occasions. You're so easy to talk to. Thanks. I've been my mother's therapist since I was old enough to speak. Not true for me, but I know actually true for several people that I do know. You're so self aware. Thanks. It's ruining my life. Yeah, sometimes you think if you were just, oblivious to yourself and oblivious to all your issues, that maybe we'd just be happier. I don't know. Is being self aware better? I guess there may be arguments on either side. The family therapist in your case, Mark. Yeah, see, told you. There's always one. Mark, you heard from your aunt that you shouldn't wonder if men got handsy if you wore something low cut. They're just men and don't have any self control. Yeah. My grandmother told me never to turn my back to an Italian because they would pinch your butt. Not sure where she had been, but and this is from the same woman who considered herself progressive because she called the help colored and not other negative words. This is a woman who was born in 1910, guys. So, got to cut her a little bit of slack. We did. We tried to bring her up to speed, but there's some things that some people just aren't willing to, I guess, look deeply at. Do I need a nap, or do I need to stare at the wall and dissociate for the next 45 minutes? I saw another one that said this person was on a date and the guy asked her, "So tell me all about yourself." She stared blankly into space for 12 minutes and then said, no. Just like, oh, I didn't put it in here, but that gave me a giggle too. Kind of going with the whole dissociation theme. Okay, these are visuals. Our TVs didn't get stolen back in the 80s. Raise your hand if you ever had one of these. Oh my gosh. We did, and then it got replaced. And my parents had that, I'm going to say, into the 2000s. Because it was a handy place you could put all sorts of stuff on top of. Excuse me one moment. My son is calling. I just need to tell him that I'm on. I'm on. We're live. We're getting down to it, though. We're getting down to the wire. So we had one of these TVs. We had like two of them, actually. And I don't know if we had the handle down at the bottom there, but I'll tell you, if we did, there was not a drawer there. It was not an actual drawer. I just want to make it look like that. All right, what do I have next? Oh my gosh. Okay, this is funny. So you can look at the woman. Here's grandma. And here's the title. Elderly woman accused of training her 65 cats to steal from the neighbors. I have no words. For one, she has 65 cats. And what was she stealing from the neighbors? I mean, if she was stealing food because she needed it, probably because all her money was going to the 65 cats. I don't have too many words. I'm going to assume you meant TV, Janet. You would sit in front of that type of TV, not TB. Pretty sure you didn't mean tuberculosis. Yeah, you sat about 12 inches from the screen. And then what did your mother yell at you? Don't sit so close to the TV. You're going to ruin your eyes. I don't know what you guys, but mother and father all the time. But you had to, right? Because this is before remote control, people. You had to be within arm's reach to turn the channel, all three of them that we had. Oh my gosh. Good times. Good times. Who do we have next? Tessa texted my girlfriend and asked how she likes the mirror I hung up for her. She sent me this. I'm 6'2" and she's 5'1". That made me laugh too. Exactly. We were the remotes. You heard that all the time too, Crystal? Yep. That was what? Yep, we were the remotes. Now, I gotta say, pretty ingenious slam, if you ask me. This was put on somebody's windshield. Many 3-year-olds have trouble staying within the lines. Maybe if you practice coloring this turtle, it'll help with your parking. That's a pretty good slam. Instead of just putting like a nasty note on somebody's, people are so passive aggressive with their little handwritten notes or whatever. This you could just, print off dozens of them, right? Oh, the intent. Exactly, Mock, right? Yeah, I know. Print this one off. I was just talking to my dad about this, Crystal, about being the antenna. I can remember him getting up on the roof, and my brother, because he was the older one, um, got to monkey with the antenna. My dad was monkeying with the antenna on top of it, and it was like, is anything coming in yet? No, not yet, Dad. The yelling back and forth. And what did he say? And then it was my job to carry the message too if they couldn't actually hear each other. Oh my gosh, we were laughing about that. Oh, okay. What else do we have? Is this what I think it is? Okay, yes, this is. This is the last one I have, guys. All right. I'm going to read the first part to you, and then I have to show the picture because unfortunately our screen doesn't, get any bigger than this. So I'm going to have to show it to you in pieces. But this is the last one I had time to put together for this one. But I think you all get a laugh out of it. And keep it clean in the comments, all right? Keep it clean in the comments because, well, some of us can flow with some of the comments. I know some of us are a little triggered by them. So, but it is funny. This is one of the greatest pleasures in life. I'll let you look at it for a few secs. Reading a book. If you see anything else, consult your psychologist. I gotta tell you, that's pretty ingenious. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. So those are the laughs that I had for you today. Did anybody laugh? Were you guys laughing along with me? I saw a few ha-has in the comments. I hope it gave you a giggle or two, got you out of your space, maybe brought you down a memory lane that was fond. Yeah, being the antenna was sucked in the wintertime. It sure did. It sure did. That would be no fun. That would be before we got the big antenna, I think, on top of the roof. So I know it's been tough on a lot of people this week, and I just hope that all of you can put a smile on your face, try and breathe a sigh, just try and take some deep breaths this weekend, knowing that it might get started tomorrow, it might get started with the work week. If you're stressing about work, maybe some of the ideas that we went through at the beginning of the show will help. Maybe there's some ideas there that will feel like something you could do, or maybe you'll come across something else looking at one of those sites that, like flexjobs.com, that has all different kinds of jobs that you can do from home. Sandy, you got to see the guy with the book in his lap. and his knees crossed. It did take me a minute. I'll tell you, it did take me a minute. I had to go back up and look at it again. When I knew what I was looking for, it was like, yeah. I mean, it's human nature, right? It's human nature. Who saw a man reading a book with his legs crossed? First off, tell me if that's the first thing you saw. I'll be impressed. I will definitely be impressed. I'm definitely going to, Crystal, why did I think about all of you, it was going to be you? And then it's nothing bad is meant by that. Absolutely nothing bad is meant by that. I know you saw the book first too. I think if you looked at the, what was the book, I think if you looked at that piece first for me, because that's what I had to look at in order to see him with his legs crossed. Oh gosh, just the way my little foamy top went to my microphone. Oh well. I'm a book lover and a book nerd too. But I just saw from the guy's face down. Yeah. I'm as weird as they come too. So I hope you all have a better week. I think that we should definitely try and do this at least once a month. Maybe, I know we've talked about like a game night or something. I really think that I want to do that on a separate night, and it'd be an additional night that I would do maybe once a month. So whether, I think we'll probably take one live out of a Wednesday or a Saturday to do this. It's pretty easy to gauge, hearing from you guys how things are going. Sure, Crystal. Yep. I've got to do a little bit of work, but I will shoot you an email as soon as I'm done. Just putting up a few YouTube links. God, my brain just went. I'm like, I knew what I was trying to talk about. YouTube links, so I don't forget, because otherwise I will forget, and this will just get posted, and away it will go. Because I know a lot of you wanted to have some of the names. The woman who I took these from, she does repeat some of them in, I think there's 3 videos. So and she has a lot more, but these 3 particular videos, she does repeat some of them in like 2 of them. She has a Jamaican accent, so if you're not quite sure what she says, they do have the transcript available, so you can read through the transcript as well. Some people have a hard time with accents, even if they're not extremely foreign. I won't say she has a thick Jamaican accent, but I knew right away when she started talking that she was Jamaican. So take care, Sandy. Happy exercising. Get that dopamine going. Proud of you that you're running. I really am. I have been running around like a chicken with my head cut off today, but I have not done my exercises so thus far. There's still time in the day, though. Still time in the day. All right. Well, does anybody have any final thoughts? Anything that they need to get off their chest? So please like and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, just double check your subscription status. Make sure that it's still on, and make sure that your bell is checked all for notifications. I have not been up here in my office this week. I've been downstairs, and the lighting is horrible down there, so I haven't been putting up any videos, but I do have my transcripts of speaking them, all written out for a whole bunch of them. So when it does get cooler or my AC gets fixed, I'll be able to pump a lot of those out. So there'll be a lot of videos starting to be posted on. Now, they're topics we've already covered on our lives, but it'll be shorter, condensed. It's everything condensed down to 15, 20 minutes or so. That's my goal. I think there might be one or two subjects where our lives went really long, where I had so much information, it might be a half-hour video or something like that. But in an effort to make sure you hit the like button, guys, and leave a comment if you could. If you could hang around just, a few seconds after this closes. It takes about a minute or so before the comment section will pop up. And I encourage you to leave a comment. Let me know. Would you guys like a game night on an additional day? Would you like me to do this once a month on one of our lives? Just do something fun and lighthearted and put together a bunch of stuff that you guys can just laugh at. And we can just kind of get away from the serious stuff for a change. So let me know in the comments. If there's enough people who do comment, who say, yes, that I want to do this, I want to do a game night, I want to do a laughter show, I'd be happy to, okay? So let me know what y'all are thinking. Game night sounds fun? Cool. Well, wait a second after the live ends and put it in the comments, because the algorithm really likes that. We're trying to push this out to as many people as possible. Hopefully this might get a few more views since we're not dealing on the serious subject. And we'll get out to a few more people. Been thinking about this channel day in and day out, how to grow it, but how to grow it smartly, and how I can be financially secure and still do this full time. I've got a bunch of ideas, and so we're just still rolling with it. Still working, though, my day job. Not giving that up quite yet, but I do hope eventually to be doing more and more and more with this. All right, guys, that is it for today. I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday, a great rest of your weekend, and a wonderful start to the week. And I will see you on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Please remember, you are worthy, you are loved, you are strong, because you are a survivor. Most of all, you are loved, just the way that you are, for who you are. Hugs and love, guys. Hugs and love. See ya.